Hi Magnite Fitness family, welcome back to day 6 of our 7-day yoga challenge. I hope this week has served you well and you found purpose and mindfulness throughout this week. Today's yoga practice is all about releasing of emotions. So all you guys need is a mat for underneath you and some water on hand to stay hydrated, perhaps a towel or any bolsters or blankets if you need to modify your practice today. So come onto your mat, let's meet an easy seat whenever you're ready. We'll take a moment, sit comfortably, lengthen the spine, draw the belly button in, knit the ribs, take the hands to the top of the knees, and we'll find some stillness in our breath. Setting our intention for this practice, the releasing of emotions, giving the body a chance to slide into the parasympathetic nervous system where we can relax and allow those emotions to flow through us, taking us out of that fight and flight mode. Beautiful breathing. Beautiful. When you're ready, slowly open the eyes and we'll move into our first pose of the practice. We're going to go into Lord of the Fishes. So you can extend both legs out in front of you on your mat. We're going to take one leg and cross it over the top, bringing the bottom leg in, snug it in. You can just sit here for a moment, wrapping the arms around the knee, creating a little length through that spine. So once again, drawing in the belly button, knitting those ribs. Beautiful. And as you feel ready, we can slowly begin to find a nice little twist in this position, hugging that knee in with the arm, getting a stretch to that glute muscle, adductor muscles, abductor muscles, sorry, glute med, glute min. Beautiful. And we'll release that down again, straightening the legs to help with transition. And we'll scoop the other leg on top, bringing the bottom leg tucked in towards the bum, finding our length through our spine. Breathing, hugging that knee towards the chest. And as you're ready, finding your twist. Staying aware of your breath through this practice, we're moving slowly today, really feeling out these poses, allowing the muscles time to release and relax. Beautiful, and come back through center. We're going to go into cow face pose now. So again, just crossing those legs, one over the top, just sitting here to breathe, staying with the same leg that you just finished with. Breathing. So the top calf is just above the bottom knee. We don't need to worry today about which leg goes over first or starting with rights or lefts. So just be present in your body and in your practice today. Breathing deep into the muscles that are releasing. Taking our time here as we release any tension we're holding in the hips. Beautiful. Unhook that side and we'll switch it on over. Crossing those legs again, taking the outside of the calf muscle, just resting it on top of the knee there. Being gentle in your body, acknowledging that sometimes one side is a little tighter than the other. Maybe you can't sink in just quite as far, but that is entirely okay. Always at different stages of our yoga practice. No day is the same. And that is the beauty in it. Breathing deep into this, deep into those hips. Beautiful. We're going to release and shift into a child's pose. So meeting on the hands and knees to start, and tabletop. We're going to take our time walking into this position. So from tabletop, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Bring the big toes together to touch and just press the hips open so the knees are a little wider than the hips. We're going to sink our bum towards our heels, pressing our bum into the heels, walking those fingers forward as we draw the tummy in, bringing the forehead towards the mat. And if this feels too tense to you and you do have bolsters today, you can stack them just below your forehead and rest the forehead down on the bolster. Opening up the heart right through the shoulder girdle, releasing the chest muscles, the backs of the arms. Beautiful. Plant those palms into the mat, shift the hips forward. We're going to tuck the toes, press our hips all the way up towards the sky into our down dog, hiking the hips up, drawing that belly button in, bringing the chest to meet the top of the thigh. Beautiful. You can walk the dog to release the back of the legs, one heel at a time, pressing into the mat, grounding down into the earth. And when you're ready, find a moment of stillness. Taking the gaze in between the legs. And lift one leg up towards the sky, pointing the toe for three-legged dog. Draw that knee all the way through the chest, coming in center between the hands, planting that foot down. We're going to drop the back knee towards the mat, releasing the toes. We're pressing up into our low lunge, Anjaneyasana. So walk those toes out. If you find that the knee is going over the toes, walk the toes out a little further away from the body, taking the arms up by the ears, dropping the shoulders, down the spine. Pressing the hip pelvis forward, opening up the hip flexors. Beautiful. Holding here, keeping both the legs active by squeezing the inner thighs together. We're going to reverse our low lunge, so sweeping the back arm down the body, opening up through the heart. Beautiful. And we'll shift it back through, planting the hands toward the mat, tucking those back toes. We're going to come up into crescent lunge. Into crescent lunge. Beautiful. And we'll drop the back foot on a 45-degree angle, keeping the hips parallel into our warrior one. Beautiful. Draw that belly in tight. Take a moment here to find that proper alignment. Strong, beautiful. Warrior one. Coming through to find your breath. Allow the evenness of your inhales and exhales to hold your balance, to flood the muscles with oxygen, provide them strength as we sink a little lower into our warrior one. Shift forward, take those hands down to the mat, sweep that foot back up into our downward dog. Driving the heels towards the earth. On your next exhale, let's lift the opposite leg up towards the sky, pointing the toe. Three-legged dog, reach, reach, reach that toe up. And once again, driving the knee through the chest, in between the hands, to plant the foot, Dropping the back knee for our low lunge. We're going to sweep those arms up, forward, finding that nice active stretch. Beautiful. And we'll reverse our lunge, taking that arm up towards the sky. Gaze going wherever feels most natural to you, down the back of the arm or up to the top of the hand. And we'll shift our hands back, tucking the toes, planting the palms. We're going to press up through our crescent lunge to start. Finding that nice crescent. Heel is off the mat, 90-degree angle in the front knee. And we'll drop that foot on the 45-degree angle, keeping the hips parallel. Turn towards the front of the room. Warrior one. Beautiful. Taking a second to sink a little lower. Fight the urge to twist. Staying parallel. Staying straight. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring the back foot to meet the front. So give a little hop forward, drawing the feet together. We're going to sink into our chair pose. So starting with our hands in prayer at our chest, sink the bum towards the earth. We're in a nice narrow squat. Drawing that belly in. So taking a moment to find proper alignment with that length through the spine, nice flat back. Leaning into the heels, but still planting the toes on the earth. And when you're ready, we'll sweep the arms back and take them up. Keeping those shoulders pulled down away from the ears. Ribs are in tight. Beautiful. Holding here. Breathing evenly. Staying aware. And we'll press up slowly out of our chair, taking our front foot and stepping it nice and wide. We're going to sink our knees down into a beautiful goddess pose, sweeping the arms up into our goalpost arms. Palms are open. Beautiful. Finding our strength here. Allowing the body to shake if that's what it needs. On your next breath, take the hands down to the hips. Press slowly out of goddess pose. Opening up the heart. Taking the gaze towards the ceiling. We're going to lead with our chest. Coming all the way through our wide-legged forward fold. Release the arms to the floor. Both the toes turn parallel towards the front of the room. Option to interlace hand to opposite elbow and find a little ragdoll stretch. Rocking side to side, creating a little bit of space in that back body. Beautiful. Release the hands, plant them on the mat. Sink a little deeper into that forward fold. On your next exhale, take the hands back to the hips, drawing the belly button in tight. We're going to press our way all the way back up, taking the time as we turn the toes back out, drawing the heels in, sinking low into our sumo squat again. Hands are going to come to the insides of the thighs and we'll go into a goddess twist. Beautiful. So one side, we're just pressing that palm towards the inner thigh, finding a deeper stretch through our upper back, through our inner thighs. Beautiful. Get a little lower if it's in your practice today. Beautiful. Switching sides. Once again, breathing into that practice. Allowing the body to release as it feels good. Beautiful. We're going to switch and do the other side one more time. Allowing the body to really relax into this position. And the other side. Release, pressing it up. We're going to heel toe the feet in a little closer, not too much. We still want the feet outside the hips. We're going to sink into our garland pose. So very slowly, allowing the hips to open gently, finding what feels good as we sink our bums towards the earth, taking the hands down to the mat if you need to find our garland pose, dropping the pelvis towards the mat, taking the outside of the elbows to the inside of the knee, pressing the palms together, keeping the chest lifted, gaze out in front of you. Beautiful. Another opportunity to sit a bolster underneath the sacrum if you find that sinking into garland is a little bit too deep into the practice today. Beautiful. One more big inhale and exhale. And we're going to plant the hands to the earth, turn the toes in and press up into a forward fold, walking the heels and toes in until they're directly under the hips. Knit the belly button to spine, creating length in the back body. Let's inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold it down. Slowly roll it up, tucking the chin toward the chest, allowing the head to be the last thing that comes up. Beautiful. And we'll slowly make our way down to the mat for butterfly. Taking the soles of the feet together, placing the hands around the bottoms of the feet. Outside of the shin is good too. Time to settle into this pose. Lifting the chest, lengthening the spine. Option to stay here, or you can lean forward and sink a little lower. Allowing the hands to guide you, chest towards the feet. Shift back up, moving through baby cradle. So taking one leg just out, we're going to scoop the other leg and cradle that leg towards us. We have several different positions that you can cradle the arm. You can scoop right around the thigh and draw it in, or you can come under the calf muscle. Whatever feels best to your practice today, wherever you feel the pose benefiting you the most. Listen to your body. We'll release it down, switching legs, cradling the other leg, drawing it up towards your chest. spine. And we'll release it down, taking the legs out nice and wide on your mat, sinking both sits bones deep into the earth, into straddle stretch. If this feels good, stay here, or you can play around with this pose and walk the hands out. So keeping the heels planted, sits bones planted into the earth, trying to draw the chest as close to the mat as you can. Another option is to take a bolster beneath the forehead, just like we did in our child's pose, and rest the forehead on the bolster. Slowly walk the hands back up, pressing the palms into the earth, coming back up, drawing the legs in. We're going to turn to our sides, guys, coming down, supine, lying on our back, slowly walking the arms down to the earth. We're going to come into our supine twist. So taking one leg, we're going to draw it across our chest, finding some rotation through the spine, extending the opposite arm. And once our bodies are twisted, you can take the gaze and allow it to follow the back arm, getting a really full rotation right through the spine. Taking that hand and pressing it on the knee, creating a little bit more space, deepening the practice. Release, come back through center, extend that leg long, switching sides, lifting the opposite knee, rotating it across the body, extending the opposite arm, and then allowing the gaze to follow the hand. Find a deeper twist with each exhale. Back through center, this time drawing both knees in towards the chest. Give them a hug in towards our chest, pressing the knees open, reaching in for the out inside of the heel, or wrapping the peace fingers around your big toes, opening up for happy baby. Breathing into this final hip opener of today's practice. Taking these last few breaths together to release anything else that you may be holding on to in the body, rolling the hips side to side, releasing that last bit of tension we may be carrying. Allow the emotions to flow through you as need be. This is your practice, your time. Stillness in the center. Beautiful, guys. Releasing the toes, bringing the heels slowly to the mat, allowing them to to walk on out till we're in Shavasana. Beautiful practice today, guys. Release those palms to the earth. Relax the heels of the feet. Allow the legs to rotate open. Allow the belly to relax. No more holding, no more sucking, no more tightening. Allow yourself to be in this moment. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Notice any emotions that may be stirring in your body. Acknowledge any thoughts coming into your mind. Take these last few moments of our practice to just sit with yourself, aware of every inch of your body, aware of every thought you've had through this practice, aware of the emotions that may have released, that may have awoken in this practice. Taking the breath deep into the belly, allowing everything to expand. As always, guys, feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as need be. But if you are ready, join me in wiggling the fingers and toes, coming back to your present body. Maybe you shift your heels side to side, wiggle through the hips, jiggle through the shoulders. Waking everything back up. We'll roll towards our left side, plant the hand on the mat, and come back to meet through easy seat. Beautiful, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I hope it served you well. Join me in drawing the hands together in prayer, bringing the third eye to the four fingers. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for taking this time and sharing this time on the mat with me. Namaste. I'll see you again tomorrow, guys.